What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the Neon Spotlight. This is the segment on my channel where I go back through the Neon production company's entire catalog from the first film they released all the way until whenever I get caught up. And to be quite honest with you, I knew nothing about this movie before I went in to watch it, other than I saw Zoë Kravitz in the poster. And I think Zoë Kravitz is a phenomenal actress, which made me excited to watch this movie. Read a little brief plot synopsis about it, saw that it was like a neo-noir murder mystery thriller type of film, which those are 100% my cup of tea. I was really looking forward to checking this out for that very reason. And the movie I'm going to be discussing with you today is Gemini. Gemini is directed by Aaron Katz. A heinous crime tests the complex relationship between a tenacious personal assistant and her Hollywood starlet boss. As the assistant travels across LA to unravel the mystery, she must stay one step ahead of a determined policeman and confront her own understanding of friendship, truth, and celebrity. So I was really looking forward to watch this movie, especially, like I said, I'm a fan of noir. I really like mystery, suspense, thrillers, and this movie was definitely a mixed bag for me. I don't think it's great, but I also don't think it's bad. It's incredibly well shot. It looks beautiful. The sound design and the score used is incredible. I think as far as like atmosphere is concerned, it's so immersive. It's very easy to get invested in. Two really phenomenal central performances, but the movie overall is relatively bland. I feel like for a noir mystery thriller, there's not a whole lot of suspense. There's not a lot of moments where I felt like I was on the edge of my seat wondering what was going to happen next. I was just kind of like, I'm passing an hour and a half, and I wish I could get more out of it. But I'll talk about it a little bit more with you as I break the movie down. So in Gemini, we are introduced to Jill, played by Lola Kirke, who is a personal assistant for an actress, Heather, played by Zoë Kravitz. And the two of them, clearly despite their professional relationship, are very close. They spend a lot of time together. They tell each other virtually everything. And we see some interactions early on. We see them go out to a restaurant together. This like super fan approaches them, and Heather's actually really kind about it. She takes photos with the girl, does all this stuff, but she's denying this role to a movie that this production company wanted her to take. She just doesn't feel like it's the direction she wants to go with her career. And this set of circumstances happen where a murder occurs, and Jill sees the body. She ends up fleeing the scene, and the police become involved, and she talks to the police, and the entirety of the film is Jill trying to investigate this murder surrounding Heather, and her trying to uncover what happened and who could possibly be involved. So like I said, the movie was very much a mixed bag for me, but I'm going to start with the positives. I thought Zoë Kravitz and Lola Kirke were both great in this movie. I thought they had really excellent chemistry, and they both did a really nice job whenever they were on screen. They were both very dedicated to these performances. They felt like real people, and it made the movie very easy to watch. Some of the dialogue isn't great, and a little bit of it's forced, but I don't think any of that collective in their performances. I think they do the best that they can. I think everyone else that shows up in this movie does a really nice job as well. They really do a great job with these roles, and I think they try their hardest to bring this script to life. The cinematography in this is incredible. I love the color grading. I love the blocking. I love the way this thing is shot. It's gorgeous. So many scenes, just incredibly immersive, really smooth editing transitions. And just like with a noir, there's a style and a sense of how things are supposed to be presented. I think a really phenomenal neo-noir, one of my favorite movies of all time, is Mulholland Drive. And I love David Lynch. The way that that's presented, just the musical choices used in the editing and just like the contrast in colors, it really makes for an immersive experience. And that's what I liked about this movie. Very similarly to something like Mulholland Drive, there's so much attention to detail in the visual and auditory presentation so that you will be completely sucked into what's going on screen. And I really commend the director. He knows how to create a great environment and atmosphere to appreciate. And that was one of the best parts of the movie. The score to this thing was phenomenal. I really could see myself listening to this score just when I do editing, or when I'm like, when I'm just doing things around the house or whatever it may be, because it's just really captivating. It was very beautiful music, and I thought that it was utilized really well. The problem I have with this movie is it's kind of bland. I feel like the inciting incident and what kind of sets the entire movie on its course was really fascinating. I was glad that it went in that direction. It really kind of hooked my attention, and I was ready to go along for the whole ride. But then I just felt like it didn't do anything with it. When the police got involved, I expected the stakes to feel like they would rise, but they didn't. It all felt kind of flat. It was kind of just like I was along for the ride. Where if you go back, I know I'm comparing it to Mulholland Drive, which is probably not doing this film a lot of fairness because of what a masterpiece that is. But when you think about Mulholland Drive, there are definitely moments that kind of just linger that are more like chill, relaxed periods in the movie, but then something happens and it kind of piques your attention and you're kind of all over the place. Where this, I just felt like it was kind of more of the same. And when they would introduce characters and say, like, could this person be involved? Is this person the one who committed the murder? Like, what is going on here? There wasn't enough intrigue around it for me to stay captivated. I was never sitting there questioning, like, oh, who could this be? Who was involved? Because it just wasn't handled very well. A lot of the dialogue is relatively bland too. Our lead character, like I said, the actress does a really great job, but I feel like the situations that she goes into and a lot of the characters that she talks to, like, there's sense that she makes of it, but my mind never went in the direction of, oh, it's probably that person, which is what I think makes the movie a little bit of a slog to get through. It's only an hour and a half, little over an hour and a half long, and I just felt like there were so many periods of the movie that they could have just done more, and I felt like they didn't do enough. It just wasn't enough for me to be like, man, I would really go recommend this movie to someone right now, because there's just not all that much to hold on to, and that's really disappointing because I think there was a lot of potential here, especially like I said, that visual presentation, the score, the sound design, all phenomenal. Just really a lot of fantastic attention to detail and all of those little moments, but I just feel like it completely misses the mark when it comes to a solid screenplay or something that makes me want to come back and revisit this again. By no means is this the worst thing I've watched in Neon's catalog by far. I think this definitely is deserving of one watch, especially if you're a fan of noir. I think you'll really get something out of it, but it's not necessarily the best thing they've ever put out either. So have you seen Gemini? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this movie was beautifully presented. I thought there was a lot to like about it, but overall, I was relatively unsatisfied by the execution of the script. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.